Did you know that if you saved $1 a day for the next 150 years, you'd still be poorer than 90% of the world's billionaires? Yeah, no pressure. With a chuckle, let's take a moment to digest that. These billionaires, they're not just a little richer than us, they're astronomically wealthier. It's like comparing the size of a crumb to a mountain. Imagine if you stacked all the wealth of an average Joe, it might reach the height of a chair. Now, if you took the wealth of a billionaire and stacked that up, you'd probably need a spaceship to reach the top. And here we are thinking we're doing pretty well if we manage to save a few dollars at the end of the month. But don't let this get you down. It's not a tale of despair, but a reality check. It's a wake-up call to show us that saving $1 a day isn't going to get us into that billionaire club. So what's the secret sauce? What's the magic formula that's going to catapult us into the stratosphere of staggering wealth? So if saving $1 a day isn't going to cut it, what will? Stick around to find out. Ever heard of the 6-month miracle? Well, no, it's not a new diet fad. It's actually a method that can turn your financial situation around. Now, I know what you're thinking. 6 months to become rich? That sounds like a fairy tale. Well, make yourself comfortable, because this fairy tale is about to get real. So, what's this 6-month miracle all about? Well, it's not a magical money tree, and sorry to break it to you, but there's no genie involved either. The 6-month miracle is a simple but powerful formula that can turn your financial life on its head. It's all about discipline, making smart choices, and sticking to a plan. Imagine this. You're standing at the base of a mountain, looking up at the peak. That peak is your financial goal. Now, the 6-month miracle is like a map that guides you to the top. It's not going to be an easy hike, but trust me, the view from the top is worth it. The beauty of the 6-month miracle is that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's flexible. Maybe you're a college student with a part-time job, a single parent juggling multiple responsibilities, or a retiree looking to make the most of your savings. Whoever you are, wherever you're starting from, the 6-month miracle can work for you. It's all about making small, consistent steps towards your financial goals. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. And the best part? You don't need to be a Wall Street whiz or a Silicon Valley startup genius to do it. Now I can see that skeptical look on your face. You're thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how does it actually work? Well, that's where the real magic happens. And by magic, I mean a little bit of planning, a dash of discipline, and a whole lot of determination. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let's dive into the details. First things first, mindset. You can't become a millionaire if you're thinking like a thousandaire. Do you know what separates the wealthy from the not-so-wealthy? It's not just the size of their bank account or the kind of car they drive. It's their mindset. That's right, folks. The way you think about money can be the difference between a life of abundance and a life of just getting by. Let's play a little game, shall we? Imagine you've just won $1 million. What's the first thing you do? If you're thinking about buying a fancy car or a swanky mansion, you're thinking like a thousandaire. But if you're considering investing, saving, or starting a business, congratulations! You're thinking like a millionaire. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing bad about wanting nice things, but the wealthy understand that it's not just about having money, it's about making money work for you. They view money as a tool, not a goal. You see, the wealthy don't just work hard for their money. They make their money work hard for them. They understand the power of passive income, the magic of compound interest, and the importance of financial education. But here's the kicker. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that wealth is something reserved for the lucky few. But that's not true. Wealth is not about luck. It's about mindset, strategy, and consistency. So let's bust a few myths, shall we? Wealth is not about winning the lottery or inheriting a fortune from a long-lost relative. It's not about being greedy or unethical. And it's certainly not about working yourself to the bone. It's about understanding the rules of the game and playing it smart. It's about taking calculated risks and making informed decisions. It's about being patient and persistent. It's about learning from failures and turning them into stepping stones. So forget about becoming a millionaire overnight. Let's start thinking long-term, because wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And the journey to wealth starts with the right mindset. Saving money isn't about stuffing every penny under your mattress. It's about smart financial decisions. Now let's talk about the art of saving. Saving isn't about depriving yourself of every little pleasure in life. And it's certainly not about living like a hermit in the mountains. It's about making smarter choices, about understanding where your money is going and getting it to work for you. Picture this. You're walking down the street and you see your favorite coffee shop. You're tempted to grab that fancy latte with the caramel drizzle, but then you remember, that's $5 you could be saving. Now, you might be thinking, it's just $5, what difference does it make? But let's do some quick math here. If you're getting that latte 5 days a week, that's $25 a week. Multiply that by 4, and you've got $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. And you know what's funnier than spending $1,200 on coffee? The fact that some people think saving is about skipping meals or turning off the heat in winter. It's not about freezing to death or starving yourself. It's about cutting down on the unnecessary expenses like that daily caramel latte. Saving is also about setting goals. Want to buy a house, start a business, go on a dream vacation? You're going to need some capital for that, and where's that going to come from? You guessed it, your savings. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should never treat yourself. Life's too short for that. But it's about finding a balance, about knowing when to splurge and when to save. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. So the next time you're thinking about buying that 5th pair of sneakers, maybe think again. Investing isn't just for the wolf of Wall Street. It's for anyone who wants to see their money grow. Now you might be thinking, but I don't even have a 3-piece suit or a yacht. Well, friends, guess what? You don't need them. All you need is a bit of patience, a pinch of wisdom, and a willingness to take a calculated risk. Investing, in its purest form, is like planting a seed. You bury it, water it, and wait. It might not look like much at first, but given time, that tiny seed can grow into a mighty oak. And just like that seed, your money can grow too, if you invest it wisely. But here's the thing, investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's not a lottery ticket or a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about consistent growth over time. It's about turning $1 into 2, 2 into 4, and so on. It's about using the magic of compound interest to your advantage. You see, when you invest your money, you're essentially lending it out to a company or a government. In return, they give you a small piece of their profits. And here's where the magic happens. Those profits, they get reinvested, which means they start earning profits too. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, growing bigger and bigger with each rotation. That's compound interest, my friends. And it's a beautiful thing. Now let's be clear. Investing isn't without risks. But remember, with greater risks come greater rewards. And the best part, you don't need to be a Wall Street wizard to start investing. There are plenty of resources out there that can help guide you on your journey. So if you're ready to start making your money work for you, it's time to start investing. Because in the end, investing isn't just about making money. It's about securing your future, achieving your dreams, and creating a legacy that lasts. And that, my friends, is the true magic of investing. Consistency isn't just key in a good lasagna, it's also key in wealth accumulation. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does lasagna have to do with getting rich? Well, think about it. Just like how you layer your lasagna, you also layer your wealth. You don't just dump all the ingredients in a pan and expect a gourmet meal. You put in a bit of effort, layer by layer, making sure each layer is just right. Same goes for wealth accumulation. You can't just dump all your money on some random investment and expect to be a millionaire overnight. No, it's a process. It's about making consistent, smart decisions day in and day out. Imagine if you were a gardener and your wealth was a tree you're trying to grow. You can't just water the tree once and expect it to bear fruit. You have to water it consistently, you have to nurture it, you have to take care of it, and over time that tree will grow and it will bear fruit. Wealth accumulation is a lot like that. It's not about the big moves. It's about the small, consistent steps you take every day. It's about saving a little bit here, investing a little bit there. It's about making smart financial decisions even when no one is watching. But here's the kicker. Just like a good lasagna takes time to bake, wealth takes time to accumulate. You're not going to see results overnight. And that's where a lot of people get tripped up. They want instant results, but life isn't an instant noodle packet, my friends. It takes time, patience, and yes, consistency. So, if you want to see real change in your bank account, you're going to have to stick to it. You have to be consistent, just like a good lasagna. And trust me, the results will be just as delicious. Now that we've covered the basics, let's see how the 6-month miracle actually works. Imagine you're a squirrel. It's autumn, and you're scampering around, gathering acorns for the winter. You're not just picking up any old acorns, though. You're seeking out the plumpest, shiniest ones. The ones that promise the most nourishment for the cold months ahead. That's the mindset you need for the 6-month miracle. Now let's say each of these acorns represents a bit of your income. Instead of gobbling them all up, you're going to be a smart squirrel. You'll store some of these acorns away for the future. That's the art of saving. But you're not just going to hide these acorns in a hole in the tree. Oh no! You're going to plant them, one by one, in fertile soil. You're going to water them, care for them, and watch as they sprout into mighty oak trees. These are your investments, growing stronger and taller with each passing day. And here's the real secret. You're going to do this consistently. Every day you'll gather acorns, every day you'll plant them. And over time, you'll have a forest of oak trees, providing you with a never-ending supply of acorns. That's the power of consistency. But let's not forget the most important part. This isn't just about gathering and planting acorns. This is about changing your mindset. It's about seeing the potential in each little acorn and understanding that with the right care and attention, it can become something much, much more. So the 6-month miracle. It's not some magic trick or get-rich-quick scheme. It's about adopting the right mindset, saving smartly, investing wisely, and being consistent. It's about planting your acorns and watching them grow into a forest of wealth. So are you ready to start your 6-month journey to wealth? Let's get to it. So let's recap. Becoming rich isn't about quick fixes. It's about mindset, saving, investing, and consistency. Now, isn't that a mouthful? But let's break it down into bite-sized pieces, shall we? First off, we talked about the surprising wealth statistic. Remember? The one about how many millionaires there are in the world? Yeah, that's right. And guess what? They didn't just stumble upon a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They turned their dreams into realities by believing in themselves and their capabilities. That, my friends, is the power of mindset. Then we moved on to the 6-month miracle. Sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a real-life story of how anyone, and I mean anyone, can turn their financial situation around in just half a year. How? By mastering the art of saving and the magic of investing. It's not rocket science, folks. It's just about making smart choices and being disciplined about your money. And let's not forget the secret of consistency. Ever heard of the phrase, slow and steady wins the race? Well, it's true. Just ask the tortoise. Being consistent in your efforts, no matter how small they may seem, can lead to big results over time. We also saw the 6-month miracle in action. It's one thing to talk about it, but another to see it happen right before our eyes. Quite a sight, wasn't it? So there you have it. Becoming rich isn't about luck or chance. It's about having the right mindset, saving wisely, investing smartly, and staying consistent in your efforts. It's a journey, not a destination. And the good news is, it's a journey that anyone can embark on. So are you ready to ditch the dollar-a-day plan and start your journey to wealth? I thought so.